Hi there. Before we get started, we have a couple of quick announcements. First, we have Pavel from the show Eerie Exploits joining us on our adventures in Tharduk. In Eerie Exploits, a ragtag group of delinquent menaces faces off with the evil corporate overlords in a post-capitalistic hellscape. Check them out. If you don't already love them, you will. You're welcome. On a heavier note, recently a tragedy struck a member of the Tavern GG family, resulting in the loss of a child. Please see our GoFundMe linked in the description below. It would mean a lot to us if you would make a donation to show support for her family in this nightmarish time. Thank you. So without further ado...
Hello friends, welcome to the world of Petrolith, Tharduking around.
So, Clink, if you want to introduce your friend, this is the Paladin, Al the Oathbender.
Well met, friends.
Really? Do we really need it?
I am very utilitarian. I am a tool, I'll say that much.
There we go. Don't mind Blueberry, he doesn't like anybody at first.
He didn't come bearing gifts, did he? Mongo don't like gifts.
Blueberry does.
And you see that I'm quite unusual for a paladin. My attire is more akin to a barbarian. Even for an Air Genasi, it's just weird. I'm wearing all kinds of pieces of slayed enemies, tiny skulls and scalps. And at this question, I pick what might be a goblin scalp off my shoulder and just hand it over to you. Would this do?
Mongo runs and hides behind Reginald.
What? Listen,
Blueberry seems interested.
It is yours.
I think that might be mine. That might be a relation. Here, you better hand that over.
Make sure that it doesn't blow up in your face.
It's not one of my potions. It's one of that might be an art. Right. No, listen. It's fine, Mongo. You're not going to do anything. I'm not much of a barrier to any threat. I'm supposed to be hiding behind you. That's how this works. I make explosions.
Mongo can. Mongo can cower.
Right. Chap. I like a good monster slayer as much as the next goblin, but really, tell me they at least tried to knife you first. That's just sporting.
Oh, it is not sport, it is but my quest to fulfill my oath that I do bend sometimes to my, gods. And I was taken by enemies of my barbarian clan as a kid and saved by paladins. And I was very impressionable as a child and took it upon their ways. Unfortunately, I didn't have the education that they had, so sometimes I have to make up my own reasons when I need to introduce folks to my gods and whether it is alive or dead.
I see.
like him. I like him.
I'll tell you this, I never attack first. I always ask, are you interested in a few words about our Lord and Savior? And if they're not, I'm trying to convince them by sending them to my Lord and Savior so that they learn his ways in the afterlife.
You sound like a worthy opponent. We should battle sometime.
I would like that. Maybe sooner than we know. I do have unresolved anger issues, so might have something to do with having my village pillaged by enemies and sworn an oath. Yeah, but we'll see.
To what exactly? Just so we're clear.
Sorry, you guys can keep going. I'll be right back.
Well, you see, I did not receive a proper education from the paladins with whom I traveled, who had saved me, and as such, I was wondering to whom I'm swearing and pledging an oath. They seemed to care deeply about it, and that inspired me to also care about oaths. But I switch it up, you know.
No, I see where you've gotten. Yes, I see some of the logic behind it. You're not clear on the theology that you're supposed to be following, so you've decided to just send a great many people right into the afterlife, so that the direct source can clear up any theological misunderstandings for you. Yes, send them.
That's about right. I would say my understanding is very limited. Basically, if I meet people with books and tall hats, I trust them.
Right.
I just trust them, especially if they're on a soapbox. But if it puts you at ease, Clank, would you like me to swear to in front of your friends?
I don't think it's necessary because, I mean, I wasn't privy to a formal education either. I just had to take what I got, and so I'm not going to judge.
Listen, I think we could all benefit from an education every now and again, but I've only got a regular degree. I think I need a different degree to qualify for educational purposes. But if you'd like to swear an oath, at least until you've forgotten it and moving on, Al, I'd certainly be happy to have you swear not to scalp any more goblins in your immediate vicinity for the time being, or any of us here, rather, if we can just refrain from skinning each other while we're in each other's company. I think that'll be a good basis for a working relationship. Why did you say you found this one, Clank?
What?
Can we keep him?
He's great. Guys, a paladin.
Well, we've already got one.
We have Paladin at home.
Yes, and the one we have is great, so obviously this one will be too.
If one is good, two is better.
It's sound logic.
Well, listen,
I feel like I can write
ready
some
to roll.
songs. I feel like I can write some songs about this one. He sounds honor-bound a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, he certainly sounds interesting, especially if we can point him at somebody who's annoying us.
He
and
hasn't
hide
harmed
behind
me
him
yet.
because
He's
he's-
quite small and squishy.
Right, well, you're here, and he's clearly delivered you back into our hands, and so we're obviously quite grateful that you're here, safe and sound. Listen, we've run into a spot of trouble here, as it happens, Al, and Clank, you weren't here, but one of our associates, a gentleman named Janice, who's done us a good turn in the past, is having some trouble selling his selling anything, really. It looks like somebody else has flooded the smoke powder market around here. And so he's asked us to go have a word with the merchant who's doing it. He's been very clear that he doesn't want us to, bury them up to the neck in sand in the desert and leave them there. So, I'm not really sure what he wants us to do. We're not merchants. We're really more of well-heeled mercenaries.
Janice is still standing right there, so he's like, I don't know how much clearer I could have been. Just like have a conversation, just be nice.
Look, do you see, look at this man. This is what we have picked up on the side of the road. He's wearing my Aunt Delilah's scalp, for fuck's sake. This is the people you have asked to have a conversation with the local mercantile exchange.
Remind me why you can't do this yourself again?
I kind of burned that bridge. She won't talk to me anymore.
He's clearly made an ass of
Well, maybe
himself.
we can fix that too.
Listen, let's just send Mongo in there, or Zilla perhaps. They're very charming, convincing people, and see. And if that doesn't work, I have this whole scheme worked out with a fireworks show and a Rolling Rock concert. What did you call it, Mongo? Is that what it was? And the whole thing, and we'll just scare them right out of the business. Right?
Are these guys bullies? Call them bullies?
No, it sounds like Janice here has just flubbed a business opportunity, and we're trying to pull him out of his mess, which is fine. That's fine.
Was he bullied into his mess?
No.
Will it help if he...
Sorry.
Work with me here, Jim.
He wasn't really bullied into it. Basically, he travels around a lot, which is why you guys keep running into him. And he came to Northgate to sell a bunch of boom powder and found out that everybody had already been stocked up on it by the local textile merchant that normally sells fabric and leather. And for some reason started selling boom powder.
Okay, I can try and talk him out of not selling boom powder.
Let's give that a shot. In fact, let's have you go, and maybe somebody else go with you, and then so they don't see the rest of us, because I've got this whole thing planned out with a bunch of chicanery and explosions, just in case a little chat doesn't work. So it's best if, what was this merchant's name again, Janice?
Sorry, her name was Margie Roanoke.
Right. It's best if Margie doesn't see me. It's integral to the plan, really. Yes. So, yes, why don't you go have a chat with Margie, and I'll go, do something else. Maybe I'll go see about, renting out that stage on the green, and who's in charge of that whole mess. Yes.
Okay, good luck.
Okay.
So if you guys look in the background here, there's this really nice house over yonder. That is the textile merchant. So who would like to go check out this merchant?
I'll go along with Mongo.
Okay.
Azilla will.
So we got Azilla, Mongo, and his bongo.
Look to Reginald as far as what his expectation of me would be.
Listen, no, if they screw this up, I'm going to need your help, Clank. So just, listen, here's what I've got planned. And then Reginald explains a plan that we'll get to, after the scene with Mongo and Azilla.
Okay.
So that means I go with them or don't go with them?
No, stay here with me.
Okay, stay. I will nod enthusiastically to your plan.
Okay, so Pavel, did you want to go with or no?
I wanted to understand what the others in the party will be up to in the meantime.
Probably planning some scamboogery, possibly some shenanigans, most likely some fuckery.
Absolutely,
Okay.
all three of these things.
I'll stick around. I'll see what happens.
Okay. So it looks like it's just Mongo and Azilla.
The people with the positive charisma scores, yes, that's who we're
The
seeing.
negotiators.
Price line negotiator. Look, I didn't choose William Shatner as my hero. He chose me as his disciple. Jesus, this town is not very walkable. Okay. Whoops.
Whose fault is that, Rob?
Yeah, mine. Okay, so you are at the door. Are you going to knock? Are you going to walk in? Are you...
The storefront.
You said this is a house?
It's like a house / store. Yeah, so you guys here, if you look at the stream, you guys are at the front door, and then out the back there's like a marketplace and like a work
We'll go
area
ahead
set
and
up,
knock.
like a small market. Okay.
Yeah.
When you knock, you hear a woman's voice say, "Come in." Whoops.
Okay, I hold the door for Mongo and let them enter before me.
Okay. Okay, so Mongo, as you enter, you see a house interior that is disheveled. Well, you can see. And then there's a woman that has turned her wheelchair to face you, and she says, "Hi there, welcome in. What can we do for you?"
Hi, I understand that we might be able to procure some boom powder here in town, and we were referred to you by some of the locals.
Oh, I really wish people would stop talking about that. Yeah, how much are you looking for, I guess?
You seem worried. Is there a reason why you're a little timid about the boom powder?
I don't really like working with it. It's fairly volatile, and I really just, I prefer working with leather.
Then why do you have it if you don't like it?
Well, the market demands. Anyway, you said you wanted some. How much are you looking for?
What's your regular pricing? We're more on a budget.
Well, a powder horn would run you about 35 gold. A small keg would be 250 gold. And I could get you a barrel that's about 100 pounds for 1,000 gold.
And what's the quality of this boom powder? Is it reputable?
Oh, yeah, I get it from a really good source down in Hosgaby's Ormy.
Those pricings are a little high. Do you have a lot of competition out here?
No. Not a lot. There's that kobold that came to town claiming that I was horning in on his market. I've never even seen him before, so I'm not really sure how he thinks that he has a market here. But like I said, I would just as soon not sell the stuff. But I've got it in stock, so better to get rid of it than keep it here.
How did you come by so much boom powder?
I ordered it.
Kobold wasn't careful with his own.
I ordered it from Hosgaby's Ormy. Like I said, I sent them a message and had them send up some barrels.
Can I do insight and see like what I think her voice sounds like whether or not she seems scared or proud or indifferent?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
An insight check.
Damn, I suck. 8.
She sounds a little hungry. That's it. Lynn, did you want to try an insight check too?
Yeah, I'll roll it. 17.
17? She is being honest that she does not want to sell this stuff, but she would rather get rid of it than keep it any longer.
So what would it take you to return to your regular work and get out of the boom powder business?
I'm not really sure if I know you like that just yet. I have my reasons.
Well, you don't really know me like that, but I happen to be friends with a group that's pretty well oriented to helping people out with problems, and it might overlap with the problem we're having. So, is there...
Mongo don't like bullies. Mongo will always help with bullies.
See? Maybe we can work out a trade here. Is there something we could help you with, put some skin in the game? Maybe we can take care of this together.
Persuasion check. One of you, or both of you, but if one of you do it, then do it with advantage because you're helping.
Okay, I'll do it. Because that's,
I mean, that ought to be your jam, right?
yeah, that is my jam.
Yeah. And or jelly.
And I got a 22.
Did you roll
Okay.
advantage?
No, but Let's see what happens. Yeah, I got a 22.
Okay. She kind of breathes a sigh of relief, and she's like, I really hope you guys are true to your word. I was basically forced to order this in and sell it. Not only kind of lower the price by ordering such a high quantity in, but also cover up the large shipment that I got by making it look like I'm selling it. I had some unsavory gentlemen approach me a few months ago, and they wanted to get boom powder up here, but they said that they didn't have the contacts to order it, so they asked me to order it and order enough to cover up their purchases.
Why did you do it? How did they force you?
Well, at first they said that they would burn down my shop, and as you can see, I'm not really in the position to defend myself if somebody should want to burn down my shop. And now that I've complied, they're pushing it even further, and now there's even a higher risk because my house is full of boom powder.
Are they the ones who roughed up your shop?
No.
Because it looks kind of roughed up in here.
No, this is how it always looked.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to pick stuff up off the floor, okay?
I get that.
Burn.
Well, I'm super tall. It is kind of hard to pick stuff up off the floor.
You don't have to rub it in.
Well, this sounds like a job for Mongo, because this is what Mongo wants to write about.
Did you happen to get a name from this shady fellow, or do you have a description of him? Do you know where he comes from?
I honestly didn't even really get a good look at his face. They were both wearing these black cloaks, their hoods down over their eyes. I have no idea how they saw where they were going.
Priscilla turns and looks at Mongo and meets their eye.
Sounds familiar.
That's right,
Oh.
John.
Those really sound like bad guys and bullies, so we need to do something about it. So, Margie, is there any other information that you can give us that will help us find these men?
Yeah, I'm supposed to sell them some more boom powder later today. They said they're gonna come by and pick it up.
I'm not here for this, but I'm rubbing my hands in anticipation. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, it is.
Blow some bastards up. That's right.
Well, Margie, we'll be here in town. We'll keep an eye out, but expect us to be stopping by again later. Obviously, we'll try and keep the situation away from you as much as we can, considering that we're standing on literal powder kegs, but don't be surprised.
Okay. Yeah, that if you can just if things go sideways, please make sure it doesn't come back to me. Like,
For sure. And in fact, I might have somebody in mind who will help you unload that inventory, but we'll leave it to you to discuss the terms of that.
oh, it's not Janice, is it?
It would be Janice, but two birds, one stone, no?
He's such an asshole.
We know.
When you have friends like us, we tend to attract assholes.
The cast is comprised of Lynn, Bryson, Anna, Sierra, Emily, Zach, and Rob. Featuring special guest star Pavel Zborowski. Executive producers Rob and Zach. Sound mastering by Zach. Video editing by Rob. Virtual tabletop is Tailspire. Our minis are provided by Hero Forge, and our music is from Pixabay.
Ooh, magic crystals.
Hey, it's Pablo again. Thank you so much for listening, and thanks to everyone at Petrolith for having me on. Actually, to show my gratitude, I have invited a certain someone from the Petrolith crew to be a guest on a podcast that I run with some comedian friends. It's called Eerie Exploits. It's all about comedians playing D&D to face the darkest fantasy imagined by humankind. Corporate capitalism. It's really funny and silly and satirical. And season 1 is already online. So to give you an idea, here are a couple of highlights. Delve into the only D&D comedy podcast with a rotating cast of chaotic comedians.
I'm gonna go ahead and instigate. Hey Rob, look like school's out, bitch.
wait, who are you in this instance?
I don't know if I'm here or not.
Oh, not yet.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Where dark fantasy meets corporate reality.
Most of the best dwarf parts went to those mining ghouls. A lot of sturdy arms.
Excuse me, what parts?
Where the environment is exploited.
I don't think that ghouls who do not understand the intricacies of mine work is the solution. My colleagues died during one of the numerous tremors that are the result of digging too deep, too fast.
Where the public is largely apathetic.
Build a better future for all of us.
I don't care about the future. That's for old people.
The city's fate depends on an unemployed mine worker.
There is a crack forming. It is going to kill us all if we do not get out right now.
A corporate drone intern.
She means business. She has respect for no gods or men. You better look up.
A failed revolutionary with debilitating addiction.
You begin to hallucinate, and you see your own father. This is your revolution, your mighty revolution.
Shut up, Dad! You're so mean.
With a dungeon master with a rather cosmic sense of humor.
Do you think they strategically explode mines as soon as somebody mentions the word union? Just like a trigger word.
At this, the trembles kick up again once more.
Eerie Exploits. See you in the Necropolis, wherever you get your podcasts.